When you think about the metals that are literally all around us, the wiring in your house, the car you drive, even the fork you eat with, they seem so solid and simple. But they're hiding a pretty amazing secret. And today, we're going to unlock it. We're diving into the unique atomic connection that gives metals all their incredible superpowers.
So let's start with a really simple question. Think about this for a second. You can take a paper clip and bend it back and forth, right? But if you try that same move with a glass rod or maybe a crystal of salt, snap, it just shatters. Now that seems totally obvious, but the reason why goes right to the atomic heart of what these things are made of.
And that's because when you really start to look at them, you realize that metals are a bit of a puzzle. A simple chunk of metal has all these different properties that, honestly, almost seem like they shouldn't exist together in one material.
I mean, just think about it. Metals are super strong, right? But you can also bend them. They let electricity and heat zip right through them. And of course, they have that classic shine. How can one type of material do all of that? What is their secret? Well, that's the puzzle we're here to solve.
And the secret, the solution to our whole puzzle, it isn't really about the metal atoms themselves. Nope, it's about how they connect to each other. It all comes down to a very special kind of atomic bond, one that has some serious superpowers.
And here it is, the star of our show, the metallic bond. Now this definition is the key to everything. It's a bond between positive metal ions and, get this, delocalized electrons. That word right there, delocalized, that is the magic word. It means these electrons aren't stuck with any single atom. They're basically free to roam around, shared by the entire community of atoms.
To really wrap your head around this, scientists came up with a fantastic analogy, one that makes this whole invisible world make perfect sense. Just picture it as a sea of electrons.
Okay, so here's how this sea gets made. First, every single metal atom in the group basically says, here, you can have my outer electrons. They just let them go. So what's left? Well, you get a whole grid of positively charged ions all lined up in a neat little lattice. And those electrons they gave up, they now belong to everybody, forming this incredible free-flowing cloud that surrounds all those positive ions.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? You've got these fixed islands of positive metal ions, and they're all just floating in this constantly moving sea of shared electrons. That sea is the flexible glue that holds the entire thing together. It's a beautiful image.
And here's the really cool part. This whole sea of electrons model, it doesn't just explain one thing. It elegantly explains every single one of those puzzling properties that we started with.
All right, let's go back to our paperclip. Why does it bend instead of break? Well, look at the left. When you push on the metal, the rows of positive ions can just slide past each other. And that sea of electrons, it just flows right along with them, keeping all the bonds intact. It's like a super flexible glue. But now, look at something brittle, like a salt crystal on the right. If you try to shift its layers, you suddenly force positive ions right next to other positive ions. They instantly repel each other and the whole thing shatters. That right there is the difference.
So that incredible flexibility explains two of the bond's main superpowers: malleability, which is why you can hammer metal into thin sheets, and ductility, why you can pull it into wires. But as you can see, there's more. The way it conducts electricity and heat, even its shininess. Yep, that all comes from the very same mobile sea of electrons.
Think about what an electrical current actually is. It's just electrons moving from one place to another. So in a metal, you've already got this whole sea of electrons just hanging out, ready to move. When you apply a voltage, say from a battery, it's like you're giving them a little push. The electrons happily flow along, and that flow is what we call electricity. The system is basically pre-built for it.
And guess what? The exact same idea explains why metals are so good at conducting heat. Heat is really just the energy of atoms vibrating. Those free-roaming electrons can bump into a hot, fast-vibrating atom, pick up some of that energy, and then zip across the metal and transfer it to another atom. It's why the handle of a metal spoon gets hot so incredibly fast when you put it in your tea.
So, okay, what's the big takeaway here? This isn't just some abstract science lesson. This unique bond, well, it's quite literally the foundation that our modern world is built on.
Seriously, every time you see a skyscraper reaching for the clouds, or use your smartphone, or ride in a car, you are placing your trust in the metallic bond. It gives us materials that are strong enough to build massive structures, but also flexible enough to be drawn into the microscopic wires inside our electronics. It is the ultimate combination of strength and give.
And now that we understand this, it leaves us with a pretty mind-bending thought.
Today, scientists can engineer new materials, new alloys, by designing them atom by atom. So if we can control this sea of electrons, if we can tweak it, what's next? What new, incredible combinations of strength, conductivity, and flexibility are just waiting for us to discover? The possibilities are, well, they're truly electrifying.